Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good Sunday morning, YouTube viewers, good morning, Instagram viewers, and good morning, Facebook viewers. Good morning to everyone. Today is a Sunday. We made it. Another weekend is done. Today is a day for like relaxation, and we're getting ready to start a new week. So today we want to keep it light. Today's topic is expectations. The expectations in life that we have, and how we can reshape the way we expect things in life, and does this expectation apply to us? um, Today's morning short story is a short story fitting with today, for the guys, because it has to do with football, but it has to do with the women also, because you have kids. Some of you have kids who play high school football. So today it's called Timmy's football team is going to the championship. Timmy plays on his local high school football team. His football team is ranked number one in the state, and they literally ran through everyone in the state to reach the championship. His team is ranked number one, and for every team that has faced Timmy's high school, the closest they've ever come is 20 points. So they've literally blew everybody out that they faced this year. Um, so Timmy's high school football team is that good, and I'm pretty sure that most of the viewers that are out there have experienced this, where they've had someone who was a part of a team that on paper was just the best team that the state had to offer. And now Timmy hears that support also from he hears that support from local people in the town. They're like, hey Timmy, we're going to the game, we're going to be there, you guys are going to blow this team out, and sky's the limit for you guys. You guys are all going to college. You're all that good. And so he gets it from everywhere. But now, during the course leading up to the championship, the other team, their quarterback is out due to he hurt himself, so he's not playing. So that's like a one up, and Timmy's high school has the advantage over this school. Um, so they're highly favored. But one day they were they were downtown, and Timmy's with his father, so his father ran into some of his friends, and you know how we like to brag about football. So Timmy's father is telling his friends, he's like, hey, that with this injury to this quarterback, and for the team being banged up, this is gonna be like a walkthrough, for Timmy and his football team, the high school team. It's gonna be a walkthrough. So he also said to his friends that if they can't beat a team full of injuries on the field, you know this basically will be a blowout. So game day comes. Time goes. Game day comes, and the teams take the field. And what would have been a blowout ended up being a close game, a really close game that was only decided by one touchdown. And yet the touchdown was not by Timmy's high school football team. It was the other team who had scored the touchdown. And Timmy's team, they lost. They lost that game. A game where they were highly favored. They on even without the injury to the quarterback, they were still highly favored to blow out this team. But on again, any given Sunday, um, things like this happen, and that's what we're going to deal with today, because there's expectations in this story, and that's we're going to use this story to apply to different things that we experience in our everyday lives. What do we learn from this story? We learn that even the best teams, the best players, and the best people sometimes fall short of the goal. Sometimes they fall short of where they need to be. So, you know, this is something that we all come to experience, we all come to realize, but there's different ways that we can look at this. And we're going to share, those ways. And we also learn that because we may have an advantage over another, this applies also to wealth. It applies to employment, your social status. That's just to name a few. It can apply to any situation. You can use this same story and it'll apply. Um, that we should never underestimate those who walk this path in life with us. Meaning that, that's something we're going to explain. We should never, lose sight. It's not to say that, uh, uh, that we overly expect of people, but we it's by human nature that we expect things of people. And there's two different ways of looking at it. If I expect something from you, then that means I'm asking you to do something that's within my power. It may not be within that person's power. So that's an unrealistic expectation that we have, over people. Or we can see the capabilities within an individual. We can see, what they do, what their nature is, and, if it's within a person's nature, if it's within a person's ability, then that's the proper expectation that we should have, because we know that this is something that person has done. So if we go into uncharted territory and we have these expectations of, oh, well, I expected you to be at such and such time. No, the only one who's in control of that is you. The only one who can be there by expecting something like that is you. We can't tell someone else and expect that. So, this is a way of looking at expectations and how they apply to us. And number three is that we should never put expectations on another anyway, because the only expectation that we can expect is the expectation that we expect of ourselves. So, it's like saying it twice, and, we have to get that twice, because even, me, things that I've learned here, I put into practice in my life, and I share with you. But nobody is made of gold. Nobody is made of stone. Nobody is made of iron. So, we're not always going to have the best days. But, these are things that have to be practiced, because it took years for us to learn, the ways that in which we've handled, in which we've dealt with things. So it's going to take years in order to us to get all the old stuff out and put new stuff in. So, my final thoughts on this, because it is that Sunday, I want to get this out to you, because we stand, we're up together, and, we go through things together, but hey, we still stand, we still rise. And that's going to come out later too. So my final thought for today is that Timmy's team did win. Although they didn't win the championship, they won, because they beat every team to make it to play where they are. So they were the best in their division. They were the best. So, the team that they played is coming from another division, which they, may have not have faced before. It could have been a stronger division. They could have been outnumbered, and it was a stronger division, because, even with a quarterback, their star quarterback being out, their team being banged up, they still managed to beat this good team. So that means that the team that they went up against was just that much, better on that day. Doesn't take away from that team. And that's the thing where, when we as people, we look at victories and losses, we like, oh man, your team lost, your team got blown out. No, they all won. There's a reason why they're there. There's a championship going on right now in a different sport. And, they were saying that, in the beginning it was going to be a blowout, but this team is fighting, and this team is well undermatched with injuries. But the team is rising above that, and that's where we come in. We rise above things. And so to go back to Timmy, Timmy's team came within 1 point of victory. You know what I'm saying? It was a close game all the way through. And So not only are they champions, they played with the heart of champions because they were literally, outmatched and outgunned by an injured team. So imagine if that team, again, was a healthy team. They would have probably gotten blown out. So again, they are champions and should be viewed as champions. And when this is for parents who have kids who play high school sports, any type of sports, that if they make it to the championship, your team makes it to the championship, and that those kids lose, no, they are winners, and they should have celebrations as being champions. And that's because there's two champions. There, and in any loss, there's a champion, and then there's the person, the underdog, who plays with so much heart that he or she outshadows the person who won first place. So, because no matter how many times, because we are all champions, that no matter how many times we fall, we stand. No matter how many times others look for us to lead in life, we rise. Most importantly, it does not take a competition to define our worth. Yet, our worth is defined how we compete in life. I think that was a beautiful type ending. I like the way that came out. That wasn't something that was written down either. Most of it's not written down. I have to put notes because I want to stay on topic. I never want to lose you, because your day is just as important as mine, and I don't want to waste your time. So I want to thank everybody. There's no real announcements to make, no birthdays. Birthdays, we spoke of. I want to thank the new subscribers, who come on to the channel. I want to thank, a big shout out to Facebook. Facebook has been really, really strong. But Facebook, I don't get, I don't get the views from you. It shows up in analytics, but as far as like the YouTube is viewership, like for every Facebook person that, like, say 5 people watch it on Facebook, YouTube will only give me like one view. So the more views, it becomes part of the analytic, and once it becomes part of their algorithm, it'll just play. It'll go into all different play feeds, to people everywhere. People can get this message too, to wake up and have somebody, here to wake up with. Hey, I'm here with you. So with that, I want everyone to have an awesome day. It's a beautiful day, beautiful morning. Get out there and enjoy it. Make the best of it. And, we'll see you Monday morning, because we'll be right back bright and early and get you ready for the work day, or for, whatever your venture is for, the beginning of the week. We're going to get that in. So with that, have an awesome day. And to everyone, click, like, subscribe, share. And with that, peace and blessings.